Hello everyone, welcome to Parallel Physics KV. When we discussed about Niels Bohr's postulates, Niels Bohr's model of an atom, in his second postulate, we talked about stationary orbits. Bohr postulated that electrons can revolve only in certain specified orbits known as stationary orbits. In this video, we'll derive some parameters of those stationary orbits. We'll be deriving 5 such parameters: radius of Bohr's stationary orbit, velocity of electron in stationary orbit, frequency of electron, total energy of electron, and origin of spectral series. We'll take them up one by one. First, let's derive an expression for the radius of Bohr's stationary orbit. Let's take up an electron which is revolving in nth orbit. The radius of this orbit is Rn and the electron is revolving with the velocity Vn. Now, according to Bohr's first postulate, the necessary centripetal force is provided by the electrostatic force of attraction between the electron and the nucleus. So we can write this expression for the nth orbit as mvn square upon Rn is equal to kze square upon Rn square. And so I get this expression for Rn. लेकिन इसके अंदर मुझे velocity of nth electron अभी भी नहीं पता है. For this I am going to apply Bohr's second postulate, which says angular momentum of electron in nth orbit is equal to integral multiple of nh cross, where h cross is equal to h upon 2 pi. It means I can write mvn Rn is equal to nh cross, और यहाँ से मैं vn का फॉर्मूला निकाल सकती हूँ. It's nh cross upon m. Now let me put this vn in this relation. From this I get the formula for nth orbit, the radius of nth orbit, as n square h cross square divided by kz e square m. This is the expression for the radius of the nth orbit of the electron. इसका मतलब we can see that radius of nth orbit is proportional to n square upon z. जितना ज़्यादा atomic number होगा उतनी ही कम radius होगी of nth orbit, and the radius goes as n square. तो अगर first orbit के लिए radius a है तो second orbit के लिए होगी 4a, third orbit के लिए होगी 9a, and so on. Now let's derive an expression for the velocity of electron in Bohr's stationary orbit. nth orbit में उस electron की velocity क्या होगी? This is Bohr's first postulate from which we had derived Rn is equal to kz square upon mvn square. Now from second postulate I can write that Rn is equal to nh cross upon mvn. इन दोनों expression में left side same है. Now we can equate the right side, and from here I get Vn is equal to kz e square upon nh cross. This is the expression for velocity of electron in nth orbit. तो इससे हमें पता चलता है that Vn is proportional to z upon n. इसका मतलब अगर ज़्यादा atomic number वाला एटम होगा उस केस में velocity of electrons will be equally proportional, उतनी ही ज़्यादा होगी. And if we talk about the inner orbits, then the velocity of electron will be higher as compared to those in the outer orbit. Now what will be the frequency of the electron in Bohr's stationary orbit? nth orbit में एक सेकेंड में इलेक्ट्रॉन कितनी बार revolutions करता है around the nucleus? I need to find the expression for that. We know this relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. V is equal to r omega and angular velocity is equal to 2 pi into frequency. So we get nu is equal to Vn upon 2 pi Rn. We have already derived the expression for velocity of electron in nth orbit and the radius of the nth orbit. Let's put them here. And if we solve it further, we get We get the expression for frequency as k square z square e to the power 4m upon 2 pi n cube h cross q. So frequency is proportional to z square upon n cube. इसका मतलब कि जो इनर ऑर्बिट के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं उनकी फ्रीक्वेंसी ज़्यादा है और जो आउटर ऑर्बिट के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं उनकी फ्रीक्वेंसी कम है. इट मीन्स दे टेक लेस नंबर ऑफ रिवोल्यूशंस पर यूनिट ऑफ टाइम. नाउ द फोर्थ वन, total energy of an electron in Bohr stationary orbit. Nth orbit में what is the expression for the total energy of the revolving electron? The total energy for the electron in nth orbit is given by the sum of kinetic energy of electron in nth orbit plus potential energy of electron in nth orbit. Let's first derive the expression for kinetic energy of electrons in the nth orbit. According to Bohr's first postulate, mvn square upon rn is equal to kz e square upon rn square. Here one rn gets cancelled, and if I divide the expression both the sides by 2, then I get this as the kinetic energy of electron in nth orbit, which is given by half mvn square. So the kinetic energy of electron in nth orbit is given by kz e square upon 2rn. Now, अगर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन nth ऑर्बिट में है तो उसकी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या होगी? द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज गिवन बाय इट्स इक्वल टू k इंटू q1 इंटू q2 अपॉन द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द टू चार्जेस. सो इट्स इक्वल टू k इंटू माइनस e, दैट इज द चार्ज ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन, इंटू द चार्ज ऑन न्यूक्लियस डिवाइडेड बाय दोनों के बीच में डिस्टेंस कितना है? rn के बराबर है. सो आई गेट the potential energy for electron as minus kz e square upon rn. Now, in order to calculate the total energy, I need to add these two like this, and on solving, I get the expression for the total energy of the electron as minus kz e square upon 2rn. And if I put the expression for the radius of nth orbit, I get this final expression. Now, everything in this bracket, अगर हम इसमें वैल्यू रखते हैं, k की वैल्यू रखते हैं 9 × 10 to the power 9, चार्ज ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन की वैल्यू रखते हैं, मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन की वैल्यू रखते हैं, एंड प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट की वैल्यू रखते हैं, आई गेट द एनर्जी ऑफ nth ऑर्बिट इज इक्वल टू माइनस 13.6 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट इंटू z स्क्वायर अपॉन n स्क्वायर. So this means for hydrogen atom, the value of atomic number is equal to 1. Energy of nth orbit is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt upon n square. So energy goes as 1 upon n square. Now if this is my hydrogen atom, then for n is equal to 1, energy of the electron in the first orbit will be given by minus 13.6 electron volt if we keep n equal to 1 over here. For the second orbit, I keep n is equal to 2, that is 2 ka square is 4. So we get minus 3.4 electron volt. Similarly, for the third orbit, I get minus 1.5 electron volt. For the fourth orbit, it's minus 0.85 electron volt. And this continues. Now there is one point to be noted here. As we move away from the center, that is the nucleus, जैसे जैसे हमारी ऑर्बिट का नंबर बढ़ता जाता है, n की वैल्यू बढ़ती जाती है, my energy keeps on increasing. As can be seen from here, it is becoming lesser and lesser negative. Now the origin of spectral lines in a hydrogen atom. जब हम एक हाइड्रोजन एटम को एक्साइट करते हैं, then when it gets de-excited, we get a spectra of lines. We need to explain it. Let E2 be the energy of the higher energy level and E1 be the energy of the lower energy level. When an electron jumps from a higher energy level to a lower energy level, it loses some energy in form of a photon, the energy of which is h nu. So we can write E2 is equal to h nu plus E1, or h nu is equal to E2 minus E1. Now this was the expression for energy of the nth orbit. Let me put this for n is equal to 1 and 2. So I'll get this expression, and if I put frequency in terms of wavelength, I'll get hc upon lambda. So from here I can get the expression for 1 upon lambda as this. Here this quantity is a constant which is known as Rydberg's constant, and 1 upon lambda is the wave number which we represent by nu bar. So I can write nu bar is equal to Rydberg's constant into z square 1 upon n1 square minus 1 upon n2 square. यहाँ पर n1 is the inner orbit and n2 is the outer orbit. It means n1 is less than n2. Here wave number represents number of complete waves in a unit length. एक unit length में कितनी complete waves हैं? That is represented by wave number. And the value of Rydberg's constant is, for the numerical purpose we should know, it's 109677 centimeter inverse. We can directly put it, and for hydrogen atom Z की value होती है 1. We'll use this formula in many of our numerical problems in the future, and we'll use this formula in the future to explain the spectral series of hydrogen, that is Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Pfund. ये जो series हमें मिलती हैं हाइड्रोजन की, ये हमें क्यों मिलती हैं? We will explain this in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.